All right. Hey, welcome back to the Go for CEO channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for coming and stopping by the Go for CEO channel. This is John the Bomb. Building others means business. And, every time I say that acronym, I'm super, super excited, super proud that building others means business. And that is truly the effect that the American SMEs, small to medium sized enterprises, has done in America, right? You see the shirt, the flag here, the flag, and Grunt Style is a great small to medium-sized business that has grown based on the fact of building a community and some of the great products that they actually have. Now, this isn't sponsored by them by any means, but hopefully one day they will. But I wanted to talk to you today about the 33.2 million small businesses in the U.S., which account for 99% of the U.S. businesses in America. Then also, I wanted to talk to you about the 28 million American SMEs, which are called small and medium-sized enterprises, account for nearly 2/3 of the new private sector jobs. Every day I'm in the finance space now, and I used to own a telecommunication business, which was a retail store with, back in the day, I'm going to age myself, pagers and cell phones and tchotchkes and all these things that we sold, and that translated into, then the next business was an automotive business called the AutoGenie.com. I sold that in '09. And then I got into the finance business. But recently, the last few years, I've been strictly focused on commercial lending and getting a chance to work with $2 to $50 million businesses. And it's pretty exciting because, look, here's what happens. Every day, these business owners, these CEOs, founders, entrepreneurs get up to go and change the lives of others by the solutions that they have to solve the problems that are happening in America and all around the world, really. So I've had a chance to interview on this channel people from Ireland, from Australia, from all different parts of the world. Either they've been in America at the moment or they were outside of the United States, and I had a chance to interview them. So I am super excited today to be able to share with you some insights that are going on out there in the small and medium-sized business space. Look, there's a labor shortage in many different industries. And as Americans, you have to realize there are some essential businesses out there, right? I know that we went through essential businesses the last 3 years. And definitely there was some essential businesses. But it's neat to be in this SME space where you could literally see what the effect has been from a company. So I'll give you an example of a recent one that I just visited. They sell to the food industry, mostly grocery stores and restaurants, from meat slicers to meat weighing components or machines to labeling machines, all these types of things. This gentleman started nearly 50 years ago. In 1971, he started his business, and they're currently doing about 12 million in revenue a year. They employ about 14 people, got about $4 million in their as an example, in their 401k. Can you imagine if that business owner, that CEO, founder, entrepreneur had never started this business? He would have never been able to affect those 14 and other lives that have worked there before. He would have never been able to affect his son, who now has come into the business and started running the business with him. He never would have been able to affect the grandkids that he has or will have, shortly. So, and then all the other families. And that's the thing that I get so passionate about running the Go for CEO brand and being able to share with you these stories, is because you're starting to see, all right, more and more small to medium-sized business owners be on social media, share their story, be able to make an impact and show you how they're changing the world and America at large. So, look, there's some neat things going on. Now, there's always fights and there's always opportunities to grow. So the neat part is that the more that we encourage and support like a grunt style type business, okay, that helps their economy help other people that work for them. And it's all tied together. So I really want to encourage, our Go for CEO community, our people that really have started to entrust me to interview these small to medium-sized business owners, not the big names, which maybe one day we'll have them on, but the small, medium-sized enterprises, the ones that make up 99.9% of the American businesses. The ones that employ two-thirds of the employed people in America and probably across the world if you vet out those numbers worldwide, right? So what can we do? First of all, we can go into a local community and find the businesses that we most relate to and the products and services that they're, supplying to our community. A lot of times we look at it from a national perspective and say, hey, what can we do nationally? But what if you went in your community within 5, 10, 15 miles away from where you live and supported those businesses? And I'm not saying don't support the big brands, right? The multi-billion dollar companies, but can you, for a weekend, for a month, for a lifestyle change, support the small, medium-sized business? I'll give you an example of another business that I recently met. This lady started in 2019. She bought a franchise in this popular cupcake space. And, only 4 years later, she is killing it. The number one franchisee in that franchise model. All right. She has a baking warehouse in downtown Chicago. And I got a chance to see this non-American born, right? Not new, but American now resident citizen build a business basically from scratch in her franchise model that she adopted and she bought into, and now has this incredible 8-store presence, a baking facility. She's working on a new product launching that is going to revolutionize the cookie protein business, right, in the workout and health space. And it's incredible to see that type of tenacity, that type of person with her family. Because guess what? It wasn't just her. It was her and her husband that joined her from coming from corporate America. Her and her son now, who is studying and about to be a graduate of finance degree, to then become a CFO in that business. And all the employees I saw in that baking warehouse working their butts off in the morning when I visited them with some partners of mine, and we just got to see the energy, the strength behind them, and it was so really cool to see. So those are two examples, one of almost a 50-year business that now second generation is doing some things to then go to the next level. And as I started, labor is a thing, right? Labor are some areas that we can all help our small, medium-sized business owners. I was thinking the gentleman I shared with you that started the 50-year business now, they're looking for labor because it's pretty unique to be able to service these machines, right? And if you think about it, if you have someone that is struggling in their life that doesn't know really where they want to go, right? May not have a specific passion, may not know exactly what they want to be, but you find a small and medium-sized business that invests in their people. And I said they have about 4 million in their 401k. That's investing in their people. Their health insurance plan is phenomenal. So they recruit people that they want to have for a long time. And I thought to myself, hey, I know a young guy. He's about 20 years old. One of the sons of the gals that I know. And he's a little lost. What if I could tie him into this company and give this young guy a chance to be able to be a part of a small to medium-sized company that will teach them an incredible skill that not many people know. Be a part of a company that will care and be a part of a family and a community and a tribe, and then be able to get that young man focused and aligned into a purpose of being able to build a small to medium-sized business like this gentleman's business and his son now. So these are the things I'm challenging you, Go for CEO community, to start thinking outside the box. Start thinking of who do you know that could be a part of the labor market that these small to medium-sized businesses would like to bring on as talent. Maybe it's yourself. Maybe you're thinking, hey, it's time for a change in my life. Or maybe I don't have a real direction, but I see a small business owner that I keep supporting with my dollars to go eat at, to go get a service from, to go buy a product from. And man, I'd love to be able to work for them, right? What if that became something that you did and then also encouraged others in your community and your family and the people that you know to maybe pick a small to medium-sized business so that you could add value to their business and vice versa, they add value to you. Now, we are at the Go for CEO channel, right? So I would also encourage you that there are a lot of small businesses right now, some medium-sized businesses that aren't being sold to the next generation. Okay. And I'm going to challenge you, anybody 35 and under to about 20 years old, I think that's kind of a good age group. All right. To go for CEO, to think about becoming a CEO of a company, right? And put the right patterns in place, the right strategy, the right knowledge base to be able to become the CEO of that company. And that's what I'm talking about. See, with the Go for CEO community, what we're about to launch over the next 3, 6, 18 months is going to be an incredible platform where you can be a part of the Go for CEO mindset. And what is that going to mean? Well, you're going to learn how to become the CEO of your life, number one, the CEO of a particular company if you'd like to be a part of that, and then learn to buy a business that you could run and be the CEO at that point as well. So excited about the new stuff that's coming on. Thank you so much for supporting the Go for CEO channel. Recently we broke 315 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like much to many people, but in the YouTube channels, it's kind of interesting, right? When you put in the time and you've done it organically, and we're going to start doing some paid advertising, but organically for now, I really appreciate the support and everything that everybody's been doing recently. So, and throughout the process of growing the Go for CEO channel. So again, I am John the B.O.M. Building others means business. Thank you and have a great day.